So this is going to be a guide on how to kill black demons on really any account, and specifically cannoning them, using a cannon to kill them. In the chaos tunnels there's also black demons that are good to kill, but the problem with those is you can't use a cannon in the chaos tunnels. So going to the tavelry dungeon, I think it's called, you can use them. And over here is my house, and you saw there's an altar in there and an obelisk. The obelisk will help a lot, you don't need to have that there, but you really need to have your player owned house in tavelry, and I think there's like a 10 construction requirement, and that isn't much, you know. Should probably get that. It's pretty useful to have your house in tavelry. So this is the setup you want, pretty much. Going here, here's my equipment. Now if you want to, you can switch out the Robin Hood hat for a mitre. That works. If you don't have ranger boots, that's no problem. You do want to focus on having a good ranged accuracy. Chaotic crossbow can be switched out for rune crossbow, especially if you're trying to make a profit, and then also switching out archer's ring for ring of wealth for profit, for more profit. You're going to be getting attacked pretty much all the time, so chaotic crossbow, you might not want to use it, but it isn't a bad idea. So the requirements you're going to need is going to be 65 agility minimum. That's pretty much it, and then 43 prayer. Yeah, I think that's it. And also like 61 ranged. Well, you don't really need ranged, so you just need a cannon. If you don't want to kill these with ranged, you can kill these just fine with attack, or magic is even better. If you're using attack, then I recommend using a whip or something and using it on accuracy. Or if you don't have a whip, rapier would probably be the next thing that I'd recommend. But if you're below 70 attack and you don't want to use a whip, I really don't recommend using melee. So right here is the first way to get over to black demons, and this way is using the obstacle pipe. Now to get over there with 65 agility, you'd eat the summer pie, and that'll boost your agility level by 5 and let you climb through it, because it requires 70 agility. This way over here requires 80 agility, and you get over to black demons quite a bit quicker. So if you're 75 agility, I recommend using this, and you'd use the summer pie. If you're using the other way, which requires 70 agility going through the pipe, you don't need to bring a super anti-poison. See, like I just got poisoned, so you really do need that for that part. I should also say that you need to bring along a beast of burden, like a terror bird or war tortoise, and then the best would be pack yak. And for a pack yak, you could camp here a lot longer because you could bank the infernal ashes, and really that's how black demons are so nice here. Banking them is pretty easy with the bank being so close, so the ashes will pay for the cannonballs and then some, so you can make some profit. They drop a ton of crimson charms. On a pure, you can end up, or what actually I've been getting is about 75k experience per hour in ranged experience, and then about 100k profit per hour. Sometimes I don't make any profit, but the majority of the time I do make profit. When you're picking up loot, try to pick up all the infernal ashes and anything that's worth more than the infernal ash, like if you see a Ranar, for example, pick that up. This is sort of comparable to killing Wallasalkis, except for it isn't quite as much summoning experience, but you make a bit of profit. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. Can show you where to go after a trip, or I can do one trip really quick, and I'll actually do a trip and just fast forward it. Okay, so finished the trip. I got 12 crimson charms and 4 green charms. Sometimes I've gotten more charms, but so when you need to, or if you finish a trip and your prayer's pretty low, and you didn't want to drink a prayer potion, you can recharge it. That'll actually save you a bit of money. And once your summoning level or summoning points goes down too much, you can use your obelisk. But for the most part, you don't have to do that. I think it's every 3 trips or every 4 trips that you do have to recharge your summoning points. If you're using the squeeze through the pipe sort of agility shortcut, then you don't need to actually use an obelisk, because there's one that you're just going to run right by. For me, it usually takes between 10 to 12 minutes to do a full inventory. So if your war tortoise or your terror bird or your pack yak has less than 12 minutes on, don't try to do another trip. Or if you do want to do another trip, bring along 1 dose of a summoning potion and another tortoise to renew it. So there it is. I believe I used about 300 cannonballs, so we can put 300 and compare the prices. So I did make 24k, or no, sorry, 20k profit off of 1 trip, and that's without getting any good loot like a rune chain or a rune medium helm. I've actually done some trips where I've gotten several of those. This was a pretty bad trip compared to those. So killing black demons is pretty good. You know, you make a bit of profit and you're getting pretty decent ranged experience. It ends up being about 70 to 80k ranged experience per hour for me, and then summoning experience, the charms end up working out to about 15 to 20,000 experience per hour. Okay, hope you liked my guide. If you did, please like it and subscribe if you want to see more guides like this.